Hello everybody, how's it going today? So it's now December the 3rd, it's Thursday, it's about 11 in the morning here in Winnipeg, Manitoba, Canada. So we took care of the premium group already and we have a really good idea of what's going on generally in the market, and we rounded everything up in a very long detailed 45-minute video. So if you're curious about the more detailed video, you're welcome to take a look at it by joining the premium group. It goes for like $11 a month. I think it's worth the while. It also compensates me for the wage lost, and if I cannot trade full time, right? Since I'm taking care of the group as well and making a lot of content. And if you guys like it, right, stay in it. But it's worth your while to give it a try for a month just to see if the content is worth it for you. And you can check it out in the pinned Twitter page. It's the first tweet on my Twitter account. You can see it in the description below of this YouTube video. And if you guys are considering to take my course, consider it, right? Yeah, I only have a few that I allow to sell a month because I don't want it to be too saturated in the market. I do have a surprise for everyone coming soon. I don't want to disappoint by revealing, so give me a little bit of time here. And yeah, if you're interested in taking the course, it can certainly help you. A lot of people have said a lot of good things about it, and I generally like to reply to people on Twitter or Messenger. It's a lot more friendly, I would say, than the crappy Udemy forum or YouTube itself. So anyways, let's get into a very quick rapid fire round of doing analysis on generally the market and what I think is going on right now, okay? So I added a few new additions for the people that have noticed. Added two monitors, two Samsung 27-inch curves above the Samsung 49-inch ultra wide. I needed more real estate, so more real estate I actually got. It helps me manage all of my trades here a lot better, in my opinion. I can see everything going on. On the bottom left monitor, you see the red tabs here, and these ones are red because they're the priority of the picks for my day. And then on the top left here are the blue picks, right here. Blue picks are just constantly there on the 1 hour, right? And then on the top right, I have these orange ones. They don't mean anything at all. They're just there to watch in the 1 hour that are not on my priority list for the day. So this is certainly going to help me catch a lot more trades. I would hope so. Yeah, I used to have a lot of monitors back in the day, but I kind of took a back seat from trading for a while, if you guys noticed. And then now I'm back into full time, so you need a right setup. And I also added this little racing wheel. I think I'm going to build a full racing simulation cockpit just to kind of alleviate some stress if I take some bigger positions and to relax a little bit. So it's certainly cool to game on as well. I tried Forza 4 Horizon on it. Looks phenomenal on it. So anyways, let's get into this. So Bitcoin right now, we're going to start off with the blue list here, okay? Also on a higher time frame, we'll need the daily and the 4 hour. That's it. Nothing else. And we're going to allow MACD and RSI. So on Bitcoin right here, we see it face a resistance, and it took a massive 10% drop that day. It shook the market. Now the volume is declining. MACD is raising to the upwards to the neutral level, right? Of the y-axis is equal to 0. Right? It's going to go to this x-axis, right? Just left to right. And when it gets there, that's where it's dangerous, because the bulls could easily just drive it to the upside, or the bears could easily drive it to the downside. I know it sounds like a really simple concept when I say things like it can go up or down, but we have to understand the significant point that it's at. And the point where it reaches the 0 line is where shit goes down. For example, right here, okay, I'm just going to highlight this. I don't even know what happened for price action, but let's just take a look around that region and where it actually starts to reverse, say around that region. Okay. So right here, it finds stability, and right here is where it actually starts to break out. So you can see that where the histogram, where it peaks up high, it has a potential to go low. Where it goes low, it has a potential to go high. Where it crosses over the x-axis right here, okay, right there, left to right, is where something could drastically happen. Okay, so right there, we see it. I didn't even know what happened there. I just happened to nail it just based on there. And you combine a lot of other factors that are confluent, and bam, you got a breakout that you're probably going to go long on. Right there, I would have caught it if I was looking at Bitcoin, but I don't trade Bitcoin, right? I just hold Bitcoin. That's it. Unless it's more volatile than other coins and I see more profit in it short term, then I'll trade it. But alts tend to move a multiplying factor of Bitcoin. For example, if Bitcoin moves 2%, other coins can move like 2 to 4%, right? So it's like a factor of it, you know? Okay, so now we see the RSI. Clearly it's lower, the high. That's where it started to peak out on the daily there. That one, it was hard to catch the top other than like, you know, near 20K. You would have laddered up there to 20K. You would have laddered like a good 3-4% upwards. So you could have caught that actually. There was a lot of margin. I think people were laddering after like 19K. There's a big drop before. How much did that one drop? That one dropped 15%. So confusing on the longer term picture and the 4 hour. So then on the 4 hour picture, right, we got the same thing here on the MACD, where it's still high, the MACD. Just like on the daily, it could drop anytime. And on the 4 hour, right, we got the same thing where it's on near neutral level, left to right. And this one looks like it's gonna go up, right? Looked like this one was gonna. This one should have gone up based on momentum, but it got rejected. It got pushed down so far. But there's 3 hours left. So here doesn't show too much other than we're at a resistance pretty much. Yeah, it's hard to tell. Like it's impossible to predict Bitcoin right now. And you know, you look at Ethereum, it's at a price point right there as well. It's been there since like November the 23rd, so that's a solid like 10, 12 days. On the weekly, are we at any significant resistance on fib level? We're at a 382, but we broke it already. Ethereum still has momentum to go upside high. It's rallying extremely hard right now. Really hard. I mean, Ethereum might not even be correlated with Bitcoin if it does fall. Interesting coin. I think it's gonna break this maybe, but the triple histogram peak, 1, 2, the third one that's forming, it's on a higher time frame too. That's kind of scary. 1, 2, see, 1 crossover, 2 crossover. There's no third one, but that one could have counted as 3 and 4 because it bounced. So yeah, this one here deserves an alert there, but I don't want to enable it because it's just going to keep going off during the video and I want to listen to music. XRP, moving on, right? We get this resistance that's forming here that's sloped, so I'm keeping an eye on it on a 4-hour time frame actually. It's a little bit slow here. 4-hour time frame and the 3-hour at the 55 EMA because it's sandwiching against that resistance. So this here has a chance to break up or break down. Yes, I know it sounds like a simple concept, but understand the significance of the price point and where the EMAs are and how it's squeezing into an apex. So BCH is just on there, okay? It's like not even anything to really watch, but it's just on there to see if it does anything silly. It doesn't really retrace high. XRP retraces really high. Linked is kind of like BCH level. It's like the same coin, like BCH. But that is actually interesting, right? Because of the retracement. But it still doesn't actually make my top 6. So it ends up getting up there, rejects 6%. Still nothing too interesting though. Oh, sorry, I thought I was on the 4-hour. Okay. On the daily, it's just retracing to a high over there. I think it got to 618 and it got rejected pretty hard the first time. Now it's the second time in that region. Right, Uni doesn't really make my watch list. It's just sloppy. You guys are gonna see what does make my watch list. I'm trying to show you guys what doesn't make it. It's just too sloppy, the movement. It doesn't retrace high. It's not a really valid price point. It's just at a retracement point, right? Dash is the same thing. Here, CVC was really volatile. 23% rejection so far one day. Pretty crazy. ADA doesn't quite make my watch list either, but it does get to this right here. Okay, that's on a long time frame too, like since the 26th, where it conforms for like 7-8 days now. It's gonna maybe do something like this, but still doesn't make my watch list, even though it's so interesting, right? Alpha makes the highest high. Still doesn't get on my watch list though because too volatile and unpredictable in 1 hour. I don't like to trade those stupid volatile coins with not the highest volume. So let's take a look at what is actually on my watch list. Okay, CRV is on my watch list. It's on my watch list because of this price point exactly right now. 786 fib level. Really interesting to me. And now I'm questioning. Oh, sorry, I should be on a daily. I think this 55 is intact. How many bars? Yeah, 55. Perfect. Okay, so this 55 EMA, is right there in its face. Right? I don't know if it's going to break above it today. It is at the 786 fib level. Okay? And what I like about it is it's predictable. So for example, there's a pattern here that I remember we traded, that we shorted hard. I think we did something like that. I can't quite remember. Like, I don't want to stretch it, right? Just to draw it. Something like that. And it actually works out almost perfectly as well. Just drawing it like that. And then this was the break point, right? Right there. And people yielded a pretty big gain. 17%. And people took this retracement right in here. From kind of down there to up there. I targeted 382, I remember that. But it got down way lower. So my percentage was small. I think I got like 50% of that 9. So maybe 4 or 5% at most. But that was a big short. So now we kind of do the same thing for what I see in here. On a short time frame. So I'm really starting to see it develop nicely. I'll just use the channel tool actually instead. So if I just draw like a channel. I'm just setting it up, don't worry. Not really good at using this yet. I'm not even stretching it either, right? It's not making it that tight. We're kind of seeing it like really, really unfold into here. Not only that, this is the really valid point of a break. And fib structure would be that entire thing probably. That entire thing. So I'm like really interested in shorting it down to like far, man. Hunting right now, 8% gain. That's why CRV is high on my list right now. This is my specialty, finding tops. So I cheated. I went into the lower time frames. Okay, I'm only supposed to do 4 hour. So 4 hours still going up, right? But that's why we're taking a retracement of only this one, not the entire thing from here to there. So because the 4 hours don't show shit yet, nor the dailies. But I gotta dive into it further. You look at the 1 hour, it just sets up for a drop. This sets up for a drop right here. I don't know how big, but potentially. The 90 minutes giving it away a little bit as well. I don't know anything yet. I'm not in a position yet. But it did just cross over, right? Might be another peak towards the upside, though. Like, this could very well be a bounce. And then we get one more up there, which will even be better. Because then I'll be like 4% higher for a short to gain. So the fib range is higher. So more margin for error and more percentage possible gain, too. So sushi right here. So you can see why it's hot, right? You can see why I like that coin. So I like sushi because it's one of the highest. It's the coin that trended the highest so far. It's also like peaking out at this RSI heavily, like right around 75 range. I don't know what the heck's gonna happen, but based on here, it's pretty high on my priority because there could be another subwave to the upside. And then, yeah, it doesn't show anything on the daily. It just shows it's still bullish. But 6 hours to go. The volume sucks. Volume sucks. So now the 4 hour crossed over already. Looks like there could be a small trend down. Right? It could be super small, but usually the momentum carries a little bit more. So yeah. Patience for this coin. But it does look like there's another wave upwards, honestly. Looks like that's 1, that's 2. And that's 1, 2. So I think that's 3 and that's 4. There's a 5th wave up. So I'm waiting to see if it makes a 5th wave up. If it makes a 5th wave up, then short down the road. Wi-Fi is the secret one. I'm not talking about this one. That's only for premium. So the 4 hour on the Litecoin here is pretty interesting, right? It's one of the more interesting coins because it reaches a high and still fighting to break above it. Right around this range. So one of two things is going to happen. It's not going to stay there for a long time. The 4 hours is interesting because it's starting to downtrend already. And also the RSI, it shows like a bearish kind of pattern where it's ready to break down. Ooh, it doesn't really look good for Litecoin, especially if the daily finishes off with a doji. Hey, yowzers! Want to see what happened last time it finished off with a doji? Right there, this one. Look what happened. 27% drop. Oh goodness gracious! If this guy finishes off with the doji today, I gotta have a cup of coffee or sip of coffee for that. That's a pretty good coin to be looking at. Can you guys kind of understand why coins like Uni, they're just not interesting? You know what I mean? They're just not interesting. Dot. All that retracements, like crappy. All conforming to something ugly. See what I mean? Like Adam's pretty interesting, I have to admit. And Alpha. It's pretty interesting, but it doesn't really trump Litecoin's like Litecoin, the highest volume coin out of resistance with the daily, or CRV's channel, right? That's just like possibly dropping, where Sushi's high, that's killing every other coin. Wi-Fi's secret coin, right? Okay, XLM, right? This one here, I just put it on here because it's really high volume. Okay, and it's also doing that, which I kind of like. So I would, if I were to set an alert, which they're up. I just don't want to have them on because it's gonna go off a lot. I'd probably set a break for right there and a breakdown over here, because this looks like it could be descending for 2 days, 6 hours now. But if it doesn't, it's gonna have a nice little rally, like for like 5 to 7%. So that's really interesting, right? I'm all about the short-term gains. And here, right, AVE is just kind of like, AVE is predictable like CRV. Okay, AVE, what I loved about back in the days, like early November, is this 9-day channel that I formed. And this where we made a lot of money, just like CRV. Right? You take a look at CRV. This was back in the day too, like November 12 to 17. And you look at AVE, and it's like kind of the same time, 12, but this one was longer, 12 to the 20th. So this one lasted way longer. But the point is, when it breaks down violent. This is 17% drop on CRV. And this one here is the same behavior, 17-ish% drop. So AVE is really interesting because it's doing the same shit. AVE, CRV. You guys see this? Are you seeing what I'm seeing? Or am I just seeing it? Am I not being clear about what I'm seeing? Is she dropping, bro? Is she dropping on camera? Oh, she's gonna drop on camera. Oh, she's gonna drop on camera. Drop it like it's hot. Drop it like it's hot. If you see red all across the board, it's probably gonna be a day where it's gonna drop it like it's hot. Drop it like it's hot. Come on. Give me a little bit of a drop. Okay, you're gonna get an alert up. I like you. Give me a good little alert. That's a good bull. Oh, you're coming down. I know my price action. The momentum's fucked for the bulls. Do you know how I know? This arrow. That little guy right there tried to get it up, but this one completely destroyed them and overtook it. Because the momentum was to go up. Right? The momentum was to go up. But this arrow just killed him. So now the momentum is really pushing to the downside. And we're going to catch it on camera probably. If this drops, it's going to be a nice little drop. Anyways, moving down. So AVE, very, very interesting coin, right? Where we're talking about, I cheated again, right? Oh no, I did. I only stayed in the 4 hour. Where this one's breaking down here. So this is kind of a nice little coin as well. Where, you know, this could be 1, 2, 3, and a 4, and a 5 that's forming somewhere. So this is a big rally. This is an 80% rally. So even if you caught a small little retracement of that, you'd be happy. And I like how this triple peak is forming. 1, 2, the third is forming, and I think it may drop. If you look at it on the higher time frames, it doesn't really show much because there's not that much data. Still shows like it's uptrending, but doesn't mean that there could not be a small correction that's under way for short term, right? I mean, it's not like we're always trading on a daily or a 4 hour. So right now, this is kind of like the neutral territory of this specific zone. So clearly, they're gonna watch out for there, and you're gonna watch out for there as well, right? You know what? I'm like, this is such a good video that I made. I don't know if I want to make it public. Should I just make it for premium only? I think I will. No, I said I was going to. Okay, I'm gonna just do it. So yeah, so you guys can kind of see my thought process, right? And let's just go to the crypto screener. I'll introduce this to the public really quickly because I'm feeling very nice today. Because I'm having a slice of pizza. Okay guys, this is called the crypto screener. It is better utilized on a vertical monitor that's flipped like that. So guess what I'm doing? I'm getting a vertical monitor right here so I can keep the crypto screener up and my watch list constantly available to see price changes right away. So the best thing to use this for is to, I'm not going to teach how to use that because I already did a lot of that in the premium group. But just to go really quickly, okay, let's just kind of reset all the filters here. Let's reset the filters. Okay, so now I'm going to go to Binance only. Keep up, guys, keep up. I got to do this quickly because I don't have a lot of time. I'm going to go to Binance only. That is the reset button right here. Don't reset it. Don't click unless you want to reset everything. Okay. So now I'm only isolated to Binance coins, which are 1,234 coins total here. Okay. And now I got some columns here. Actually, should I just reset all this shit and do it with you guys? Fuck no. It's going to take way too long to set up. I realize it's going to take so long because I already have it customized to me. Okay, so the 1 hour change. Actually, yeah, I'm going to do it. I like you guys a little bit today. So I'm going to save this right here. And now I'm going to go to my default one. I'm going to go to my default one. This is what you get when you go to your default screen. Okay, so change this shit up. Who cares about the last price? Who cares about the change amount? Change percentage is good. Cares about the high. Cares about the low. Cares about the volume because it's a volume of the coin. We look at volume in USDT. Sell rating, sure, you can keep it if you want. Click on this little tab here, type in relative, go to the 14, turn that shit on, and then go to the change here, go to change, go to the percentages, check out the 1 hour, the 4 hour, okay, and the daily, or sorry, and the 15 minute. And the 15 minute, not the 1 minute. Who gives a fuck about that, right? And the 15 minute, I don't know. That's debatable to even have on there. Okay, so get the exchange to the first one. The rating, we don't really give a shit about what people are saying. We care about us. Go to the exchange first. Organize it properly. Go to the 15 minute. Go to the 1 hour, 4 hour, and the RSI 14. That's pretty darn good. So now we're going to isolate this to go to Binance. Okay, 1,234. Now, this change percentage right here is actually the main one that we're on. So if I'm on, for example, here, these are the time frames. If I'm on the 4 hour, this change percentage, oh, there you go. This change percentage is going to correlate to the 4 hour. Notice they're the same, right? But the reason why I have this change percentage in here up as well is because it doesn't show the daily or the weekly or the monthly or the 5 minute or the 1 minute if I ever wanted to filter through it. So what do I want to do? So today we're going to go through every single one. Click on there, or not click on here, but right click on it. I'm going to go to my alerts and turn some shit off. Stop all. So I'm right about CRV probably, right? Okay. Okay, so now right click on here, go to change filter, go to outside. So everything below 30 and above 70, it's going to scan. So now it isolates it to 31 matches. Type in USDT. Type in USDT right there. And now whatever you had 32, it isolates it to 9 because you only care about USDT. Now it's going to list everything that is above 70 and below 30. So you see that we don't care about that one there, okay? The EGL USDT. Actually, what is this? Okay, so we see this one here on our radar. Go to the markets, right? Check the volume right away. First thing you want to do is check the volume. EGLD. EGLD. Wow, it's kind of interesting. Very interesting. It's in the perpetual futures. Not leveraged yet, so we eliminate it, right? Wow, we're like comp. What's up, comp? Let's go check that out right there. Comp is leverageable, 17 mil. Really interesting coin, right? I'm really digging the vibe. Comp is really spiking up a lot, I think. Let's just check it out. So you can click on here. You can go down. You can see that it's like on fire since December the 1st. It's gone up 36%. Still going up a lot. Reaching really astronomical highs. Very, very steady. Not going up like too stupid or anything like that at a stupid rate. So this just got on our watch list right here. Okay, like clearly it's gonna get on our watch list. Look at it on the bigger picture. It's kind of reaching a high right now. Up to the high. There's still 4% to go. The volume is fading right here. Like fading hard. This is way higher RSI. And over there, way so high the RSI. So this is like really interesting right now in my opinion. Yeah, very, 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 very interesting. Fuck, is it ever? It's like trying to break here so bad right now. Look how volatile it is actually. Like a few minutes it can go up like 3%. I can trade this shit. Fuck yeah, this just got on my watch list in a major way. Yeah, I like new coins. I'm gonna kick out. Damn, they're all pretty interesting actually. Shit. My watch list is so good. Ooh, what do I kick out? Shit. No, I gotta put 7 into this list. I gotta keep 7 there. That's the only way. Okay, wow. You guys like how excited I get when I find a new coin? Fuck yeah. See how useful the scanner is? You like it? Wouldn't have found it with otherwise. Pretty cool, right? We just red flagged it, baby. Keep going down the list. Zem. We see another, right? That's really oversold. Let's go check it out. First thing I always do, though, is always check out the volume. 4 mil, nah. What's the point of even clicking on here first to check out the charts if the volume is so shitty? Eliminated. MTL, not bad. So there's MTL, there's Luna. Luna coin. 5 mil, not bad. I'm not going to talk about it if I want to trade it privately because you know what? You don't talk about $5 million coins on YouTube because that's just shilling and it's inappropriate. I think it's unethical. Talk about really low volume coins because it could be for my benefit if I'm in a long, for example, or short. So then I'm going to keep moving. That's what's the next one? My short-term memory is fucked. MTL. Eliminated $600,000. And then that's it. We found everything above 70 or below on the 4 hour. That was on the 4 hour. So it brought one coin to our attention, right? And we processed through all of them really quickly. Now I go to do the same thing on the daily. Go to here. We got 19. What the heck? DCR. We know that EGLD is eliminated already. Let's go to DCR, okay? DCR. 9 mil. No leverage. Not in the futures. No. Eliminated. Alpha, we already watching that, right? It's pretty high. We already know it's reaching like a high more than others. In terms of this right here, it's like really, really reaching a high more than others. We're just seeing that, right? Whereas other ones are still like retracing a certain amount, for example. Okay, then we go to what else? Luna, we already talked about it. EUR. Oh no, never mind. Is EUR a coin or is that euro? I'm confused. Never mind. That actually is a euro. Okay, so then we're Orn. I don't think I checked out Orn yet. Too low. Who cares? If I did, it just didn't ring a bell because it's just too low. CVC we're watching already. Okay, we already know. Okay, CVC is high up there. Right? Where it's reaching the 618 region. We know about Sushi as well. Where it's like one of the coins that's the highest. That's why it's pretty high up there. Second on my priority list. Zill, we checked that out before already. It wasn't really interesting. Or the volume. It's just too low. 13 mil, not really. We got other coins that are prioritized. So we just went through the watch list right here really quickly in about 20-30 minutes. And that's how I scan pretty much for the day. Right? So, yeah, I'll make this public actually. Fuck it. I said I was going to. So comp is like kind of really hot right now. So get your eye on it, right? It's not a coin you want to short right now, just to be honest. Maybe. Not now though, but it's definitely a coin to be watching because it's so steadily going up right now that it's like, what the fuck? Right? Where's the top going to be? It's so high right now. But I don't know if it's just going to drop as soon as it gets to this resistance because that's what looks like it's could happen as well, right? So this is where you like really got to watch the level 2 here and be like, whoa, is this really going to break the upside? I'm going to trade it like on a 15-second time frame. Right? Because we got to acknowledge that resistance hardcore. Okay, that's it. Bye now.